All right. A very quick update on what is going on here. Remember, we said we are looking at price respecting this zone to go down, but there's a possibility that we'll still be going for this top zone because this breaker block was not used and the other block also is just there. So essentially that now, because like I said, you don't just trade fair value gap just by trading SIG. Now in this case it got to 50%, but it didn't show any reasonable entry. So let's go to 15 minutes and let's see how it didn't give anything for you to have taken the trade. All right, so on the 15 minutes time frame, what you're gonna see is that you saw this. All right, there's no sweep of liquidity whatsoever in this sense. There's no sweep of liquidity and there is no change of structure. If you look at this place, there's no change of structure. It didn't break this low, all right, to even give us another zone. So that's it. So if you were waiting, say, for it to come and then change structure, okay, for it to change structure, it didn't do that. And you don't just trade a CISD on a lower time frame. CISD is best traded on the hourly time frame, and our 1 hour time frame did not give us any CISD. Okay, it actually gave a CISD, but the CISD is not valid because this guy did not take out this high, so it's not a valid CISD. So that's one. So in fact, if it's not valid, it means it's essentially not it. But the reason why we use the word not valid is that people would call it that same thing, just like I said, invalid fair value gap. I couldn't have just called it. I could have said it's not a fair value gap, but a lot of people will say it look like fair value gap. In order to avoid confusion, you not tell them that okay, yes, so it's fair value gap, but it's invalid, just like this one now. Okay, candles break below the black candle, but it's not valid. Why? Because this particular bearish candle did not sweep the high of the bullish candle, so that makes it invalid. All right, that makes it invalid. Now, there is no valid entry. In a nutshell, there was no valid entry. So the fact that price actually came into your zone doesn't mean you are entering it, because remember, this is a low probability entry. It's just on the go. All right, we are just on the go because gold like to be on the go. Most times it would have tapped this guy and drop, but it didn't do that. It wanted to do a proper retracement. And what fueled this retracement was actually news. So there was news. Are you with me now? So because of that news, yeah. So, but it didn't give you any entry after all. And if you also want to avoid news and noises, you could possibly just stick to trading higher time frame. All right. So that's it. So now when the news came in, so we had a spike, okay, but after that spike, price still want to go to the, its original direction. Are you with me now? So that's what is happening here right now. So here now we now have a proper CISD, because if you see this bearish candle, all right, this bullish candle, sorry, this one took it out. Although we have equal high here, but there is a caveat. There's a caveat. When you come here, you see proper displacement and shifts happening around here. Okay, there's a proper displacement and shifts happening around here. So, but I would have preferred that this candle, this high, took out this place. All right, I'd have preferred that this took out this place. So this now makes this thing a bit of a low probability setup, but it still holds. It still works, because we are going to have price go back to this zone, because we left this fair value gap, this displacement, and there's no breaker inside of it. So because of that, this fair value gap may not actually be what will cause price to drop, right? It might just be because of the strong zone. Now there are two things you can do. Number one is you can set a pending order on this other block. That's number one. When price comes in, all right, when price comes into the other block, it takes you drop. Another thing you can do is just wait. Have your alerts here. When price comes in, gold is very fast, so you have to be at alert. When price comes in, you wait for it to start respecting this zone. All right, it's an extra confirmation. Then you take it, and then your stop loss is here. But for me, the kind of trader I am, because of the zone that it is, because this is premium zone, price has actually tested this breaker and is respecting it. I'm not seeing a very clean entry like this. The only thing I can see is just that other block. And other block literally needs liquidity for you to take it. Other block needs liquidity for you to take it. So for that case, that's not my setup. Because I understand time frame, all right, what will be my setup? Sorry. Because I understand time frame, what will be my setup will simply be this. Other block is not my setup. Because I understand time frame, my setup will be this fair value gap here. This fair value gap in this time frame literally has mitigation block. This is my setup. And where will my stop loss be? My entry will be here. So while you are waiting for that guy, price may not get there. Price getting there might not even work because the shift did not happen the way it's supposed to happen. So my stop loss will just be above this candle. This is the FVG candle, while my entry will be here. Alright. This is my setup. And where am I targeting? I'm targeting this right here. That's my target. If I say that's my target, doesn't mean I must wait for it. So there is what we do as traders for you not to panic most times. Just take the closest fruit. You know, when you have mango tree in your compound, there are some mango that will be mango fruits that will be on those branches that are very close. So this is the closest fruit, and this is the entry for me. This is my setup. Understanding time frame can also help, because if you're looking at 15 minutes time frame, there's no setup for me there. But if I come to the 30 minutes time frame, I've already seen a setup, a mitigation block inside the fair value gap, and price is at a premium, and I'm trying to sell. You know, you sell when price is high and you buy when price is low. That's it. Thank you.